you could feel it. You could just the place had a certain electricity. There was a certain buzz. It does feel like a playoff game going on inside this building. Certainly electric, packed house. And let's face it, I mean, the Tigers now trying to win their third in a row and try to take some tremendous momentum into the tournament next weekend.
Well, the Tigers did something last weekend they hadn't done in a while. That's win a game at Air Force. Now, I want to go back to Friday night. They had a one-goal loss, which they played well, but Wayne Wilson was very pointed in his comments afterwards, saying, I guess we haven't grown tired of losing, and was upset after the game. His point was proven. He felt his team was a little complacent with just playing well. The next night, they get the one-goal win at Air Force, and then last night at Canisius, arguably their best defensive effort of the year.
And had lost their last 4 to the Golden Griffs going into last night's game, but they're starting to get it together. As you mentioned, a huge wake-up call to win out in Colorado, which is a very difficult place for any team to win. And then to get a win last night, and now you close out this building, hopefully in style, with a third straight win, and take some tremendous momentum in the next weekend, whoever they may be playing, whether it's Holy Cross or could be Canisius if things break a certain way this weekend.
Standing room only tonight. Glad you're with us here tonight. RIT SportsZone Live is an in-house production here at the Rochester Institute of Technology. Brought to you exclusively on the Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. As Rotolo makes the save, and it bounces right through the crease. Canisius applying the pressure early on, but a miscommunication. Backhouse was calling for it, and Canisius accidentally clearing.
Rotolo's been hot the last 2 weekends, played exceptionally well in Saturday night's win at Colorado, and played great last night. So you've got not only a team starting to find its swagger, but a goalie, albeit a freshman, playing some of his best hockey here in the last couple of games.
For Canisius, it's almost like pick your poison, because if Canisius wins tonight and Sacred Heart gets a point, well, guess what? It'll be RIT and Canisius next weekend. Those games to be played at Buff State. That is where, for the time being, Canisius playing their home games until they move into the downtown ice complex the Sabres are putting.
I mean, I think it's regardless whether it's Holy Cross or Canisius. And if the Tigers should win tonight, I think they got to feel pretty good about themselves no matter who they're playing next week, whether it's Holy Cross or Canisius. And if anything breaks their way, we can even look ahead even a few weeks later, they would get a shot at possibly Mercyhurst. So I think if RIT takes care of business tonight, that they've got to, I think they really got to like their chances going into next weekend, no matter who they're playing.
As McGowan and Rumble exchange pleasantries after the whistle. Admondson with the glove save. As we take a look at tonight's officials, Jim Visconti and Chris Foote are your referees. Lineman Aaron Wallace along with Rich Gibo.
You know, Canisius is a team, Gino, that got hot late last year, but they haven't been able to get hot. They haven't flipped that switch this time in the second half of the season, dropping 3 of their last 4. In fact, have struggled this month of February.
Here's Shane Conacher with the puck. Younger brother of Corey Conacher, former Canisius player, who is now with the Ottawa Senators. Puck is in the far corner. Cross-ice feed gets deflected behind the net. And the Tigers are able to get it out of the zone. Just underway here tonight. One last game at the Frank Ritter Arena, opened in 1968. Tigers with national championship teams at the D2 and D3 level in 83 and 85. 2010, the magical season. We were on the Air 4, of course, heading all the way at the D1 level to the Frozen 4.
You have come a long way in such a short time, going to Division 1 only in 05, and as you mentioned, just a few years later, parlay that into a Frozen 4 run, an improbable run, and now a new building next year. Lots have happened to this program in such a short time since going to Division 1.
Hasn't been a good season for the Tigers, coming in with a 10-18-5 record as the puck is shot on in by Canisius. And again, the second season begins next weekend for RIT, and they can have some momentum.
Well, they could be the Canisius of last year. You get a hot goalie, as they did last year with Capabianco, they could possibly go into the tournament winning 3 in a row, and it would take tremendous momentum, and they're healthy. I think of all things, they're healthy. They have their captain back in Garbowski. Mitchell's back playing. They settled on a goalie. So a lot of things starting to turn RIT's way here late in the year.
Only injury of note for RIT. Once again, Alex Perron-Fontaine, the freshman defenseman who's had some good moments this year, remains out with the post-concussion symptoms. As in front, there's the shot by Sullivan, gets deflected to the far side, and Rotolo was right on that. Canisius with the early opportunities here as Colavecchia now will push it over to the opposite side of Fosford. Only lineup change for RIT tonight. Going out of the lineup is Michael Holland and the senior Elliot Rabel going back in on defense, as you would expect on senior night. Noyes pushing it up the far side, and Colavecchia will finally get it out for RIT. Cross-ice feed, hitting Mitchell in stride. Josh Mitchell taking it behind the net. Mitchell looking to dish it off. There's the quick shot, deflected high and wide by Lynch. Tigers will hold it in. Shot going off, and Mitchell gets drilled in the back. And they're going to say hit by a high stick rather than the hit in the back on Mitchell. So no penalty here, just the face-off coming outside of the zone.
I like the energy both teams it's putting forth here early on. And these two teams, every time they collide, whether it's Niagara or Canisius, it's always chippy between these two teams.
Face-off coming to the right of Mike Rotolo. Matthew Grazen taking it, but the Tigers are able to come away with it. Out of the zone this comes Dan Schuler, the Webster native. Schuler puts on the break, shoots. Atkinson the save. Schuler gets it in the far corner, but it's taken away by Logan Rowe. Conacher along the near wall will bank it, flex high into the air. Gloved ahead by the Tigers. They have to let it go as play will continue on. Brought in the zone by Schuler. Trying to sidestep his man. Good play by the freshman defenseman, Jeff Fortman. Fortman trying to use the wall on the far side. And a hit there that was let go. We get a whistle and an offside.
Schuler came right into the back there, trying to get the number. What he put down to the ice was that Condemi.
Letting him play tonight, Johnny.
Yeah, I thought for sure they're going to get a whistle on that one, but you're right. They're letting them play.
Tigers will bring it into the zone. Here's Shumway, the shot. And Asmundson will make the glove save. Interesting choice by Dave Smith. You know, with Canisius, as you mentioned, losing last night, Johnny, and they are locked into the number 7 position, but this is a team that last year came in on a roll, but the month of February, it hasn't been so kind to them.
No, it's been up and down. They haven't been able to get on that roll, find some rhythm. They started the new year with 3 consecutive wins. Since that time, it has been inconsistent play, which has really cost this team. And so they're not going into the tournament red hot. They had an improbable run all the way to the NCAA tournament last year.
Knocking off Mercyhurst in the Atlantic Hockey Final.
And there's another team getting a new building next year too, Canisius, which should help their recruiting tremendously.
We are scoreless here in the first. This is RIT SportsZone Live. Some banners for the seniors: Elliot Rabel, Adam Mitchell, Michael Colavecchia, Ben Lynch, also Nolan Dakota, and then finally Greg Noyes, your 6 seniors for the RIT Tigers.
Man, a fast 4 years. Seems like these seniors just got here on campus. Time just goes by so quickly.
Now this class, first 2 years, making it to the Atlantic Hockey Final in both of those years. Winning the Catamount Cup 2 years ago up in Vermont. Good defense there by Miller to knock it away.
It's such an important class considering it came right after the Frozen Four. So they're building off that momentum, Wayne, and I think that Frozen Four helped them get the likes of Garbowski and Gowan, some of their other impressive class that followed a year later after the class that'll graduate this year.
Sent in by Braden Rigney. And now looking to advance the puck. Far side tipped away, but the Tigers able to get it back as Colavecchia will gain the zone. Faking the blast, Colavecchia, and this shot is blocked and knocked out of play by Fortman.
Has 7 seniors on this Canisius team as well, so Canisius a few more than what RIT. So both teams losing it combined. They're losing some good players. Capabianco being one of those players. Kyle Gibbons saying goodbye to this program after this season.
Freeman up along the near side is going to dump it in. And they're going to get the whistle, and it's going to come back here. Icing the call. Here you see Elliot Rabel. You got a question for us tonight? Hit us up on Facebook or Twitter. If for nothing else, so we can get this promo off the air. So, as Johnny, I know this is the question everybody's going to be asking. What's your favorite memory of the
we talked about it a few weeks ago. I think there's two. Certainly beating Air Force to win the AHA regular season championship. That would probably be number one. And then that was followed up by a fantastic game against Bentley in the AHA quarterfinals. A dramatic overtime win. I would say what was that, double overtime win on Saturday night?
Yes.
It was game 2, face and elimination. I think those are the two that stand out, but beating Air Force, I think to me that's probably the number one moment in this building.
Got a question for John or I? Just hit us up and hashtag RITSZ. That's the easiest way on Twitter, and we'll find you. Chuck Hinkle, our statistician, along with student reporter Jeff Blosat, checking out Twitter tonight.
You know, because RIT was still sort of the new kids on the block, so to speak. And then I think the knockoff, the king of the conference at that point. But Air Force has continued success in this league. But to me, I just think that was just one of those shining moments that nobody will ever forget, at least in our short time here in this building, being 6 years we've been covering games.
Tigers will get it out of the zone here. A couple chances both ways. Here's Schuler. Schuler has it swiped away there by Backhouse. He's able to get the shot off. Asmunsen with the save. McGowan now will backhand it up. As Matt Garbowski on the ice here for the RIT Tigers, his first home appearance since the month of November. McGowan holding it in. Sends it over to Dakota. There's the shot, knocked down in front. Good defensive positioning by Kudemi. He's able to just get it out of the zone. The Tigers will send it in and get off the ice. 12:30 remaining here in the first, still scoreless.
But I can remember, moving here, coming here in the late 90s when they were Division III and experiencing Ritter for the first time. Saying, what is this? This is tremendous atmosphere. The place was just rocking. And some of the great players then, back in the late 90s. Early part of the 2000s.
Yeah, the place was electric long before Division I came along. It's Jesse in the far corner. Thompson will come up with it. Sends it back. Tigers will control the puck here in the Canisius end. Danny Smith, last night's goal scorer, on the feed from Thompson. A nice cross-ice feed. Coming up with it. Smith trying to stuff it in front of the goal! Smith to Adam Mitchell, the senior, number 19 with the goal, and the Tigers lead 1-0.
Mitchell camped in front, that big body. Talked with Adam this week. He loves playing with Danny Smith and Brandon Thompson. Smith has been a good-looking freshman who gets better all the time. He's scrappy. That's a nice pass. And look at Mitchell on the stick, right on the ground. Perfect. Kept it right on the ice. Never lifted that stick. I got to give Smith credit there. He found Mitchell somehow, kind of skirted that puck through some traffic. And Adam Mitchell, that's a nice way for a senior to go out with a big goal here to put RIT on the board.
Here's the call from Rocky.
By number 19, Adam Mitchell. With the assist to number 14, Danny Smith. And number 28, Brandon Thompson. That's Mitchell from Smith and Thompson. Time to the Tigers' goal, 8:21.
Face-off will come off the icing to the right of Rotolo. Held in by Canisius. As Fortman sends it to the near corner. Held in by Logan Rowe, who pushes it to the opposite side. Adam Mitchell, Johnny, we've known his mother Rita for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And he has battled his way back from injury. And certainly, it's just good to see that, he stuck with it.
He did. Concussion-like symptoms. He's been battling for a long time. Still a little nervous to take a hit or even dish out a hit because of what could possibly happen. But you're right, he's stuck with it. Practice, persistence paid off, and he's healthy at the right time along with Garbowski. And I think that's why they could be a tough team moving forward here into the tournament.
Kolovecchia with a shot and Asmundsson making the save. But if he's not worried, if he's going right to the slot where he should be, that's where you're going to take a hit. Adam Mitchell, that's his strength and his size, and maybe he does have a shot maybe going overseas.
He's talked about when his career's done here that he would like to give it a shot overseas and stay there as long as he can. But I like what I've seen from him. He gets better and better over the last maybe few weeks since he's been back in the lineup. Better playing conditioning, playing very, very well. Getting in game shape.
An offside call, so. And we'll move actually the face-off back to the Canisius end. 10:27 remaining here.
And he's a big kid. He's 6'3", 215, pushing maybe 220. So when he gets in that slot, he's tough to move.
He does a pretty good impression of you too.
I heard it for the first time this week. I got to give the kid certainly an A. I don't give out A+, it's very easy, but I'll give him an A. I thought it was outstanding.
Here's the shot, and Asmundsson making the save. We've got a penalty coming up, and it's going to be on Canisius as Kolovecchia was taken out in front of the net. So for the first time tonight, the RIT Tigers will be on the power play. The holding call will be on number 16, Ben Danford. Tigers out shooting Canisius 9-2. They're dominating the ice right now. They are the better team right now. More and more physical, playing smart hockey, and then Kolovecchia gets taken down. Love the energy. RIT playing extremely well right now in the opening 10 minutes. Considering where Kolovecchia was, that's not a bad penalty, I think. So the Tiger power play has been a strength of this team. 22.4% on the season. Canisius at 80% on the penalty kill as Rumble will clear.
We're getting outworked right now, Canisius. You got to get it together here pretty quickly. Kill off this penalty, starting with that first.
Tigers advancing. Here's Nolan Dakota. Will push it in and chase after it himself. Dakota's become really an offensive weapon for this team in his senior year. Kolovecchia, this is his wheelhouse. The shots in right into the belly is Skirving. Standing right up to the defender for Canisius, Doug Jesse.
Asmundsson covered up on that puck, did not give up the rebound. If he did, or had he, Skirving was there at the doorstep before being greeted on the step there by, was that Jesse?
Schiller to take the draw against Grayson. A kick to the near corner as Rowe will lift it down the ice. 1:20 remaining in the Tiger power play. Kolovecchia. Skirving was calling for it. It's broken up by Rowe. Out of the zone this goes. Noyes pushes it up to Michael Kolovecchia, and this unit will stay on the ice. Crisscrossing through traffic, Kolovecchia has it broken up by Fortman, and maybe he tried to do a little too much there.
Got to pull that back and give up the puck. Trying to split about 9 defenders, it looked like there, but trying to get something going here. Still got 40 seconds to go in the penalty.
Lynch through traffic. Lynch, cross-ice feed, was trying to find McGowan, but it's broken up by the Canisius defense.
Just missed on that. Would have been a heck of a pass. Right idea, just didn't connect.
One last rush here as Brad McGowan will gain the zone, pushes it to the far corner in front of the corner crew. Bumped off the puck. Adam Mitchell bumped off the puck as well, and Jesse will bring it up the ice. Short-handed, he'll send it in as Rotolo will play it far side to Kukali. Tigers dump it in. And Canisius has successfully killed off the penalty as Danford steps right out of the box, and what do you know? Puck is right at his feet. It's Sullivan gaining control. Sullivan, drop pass going to Freeman. Quick shot, Rotolo watches that one sail wide. Rowe will hold it in, send it down low. taken away by Sullivan. His shot blocked by Lynch. And now it's Canisius' turn to apply some pressure. In front, Rotolo watches that one go wide. Tigers having some trouble getting it out of their own end. Finally, it comes out. Tigers sneaking in, a change here real quick as Gibbons, his shot is deflected out of play. Good news for the Tigers. That brings us to the television timeout with 7:27 remaining in the first. RIT with a 1-0 lead. This will wrap up the 6th year for us here at RIT SportsZone Live here at the Ritter, and the crew here between Tim and Ron and Doug, all the guys working behind the scenes.
Top-notch crew. Plus our crew works upstairs here with us. A lot of it, just hard to believe they're seniors.
A lot of students on. Our student reporter tonight, Melissa Bromley, who scored what ends up being the game winner today, a 3-0 win as the Tigers, John, they knock off your Penn State Nittany Lions.
Kudos. Like I said, if this was football, I'd have a little bit of different take, but hockey, I bleed orange and black. My man, I'll tell you that.
That is the correct answer.
Yes.
Congratulations to Scott McDonald's team, as now they advance to the CAJ's Final Four. That will be down at Mercyhurst. Coming up next weekend, the Tigers will take on Robert Morris. The one-game playoff series is Garbowski coming back from the broken wrist. Hands off to Skirvin. Skirvin shot knocked down by Danford, and Danford with a nice feed coming up the ice to Conacher. His quick shot. Ooh, Rotolo with a little bit of difficulty, but was able to hold on.
Found it, juggled it a little bit, but located it. Mike's been playing well in his 4th consecutive start. He's played very, very well the last 2 weeks. 6-7-1 in conference games this year. But I think what we've learned this season, I think above all, is that I really believe that Wayne's got a goalie moving into 2014-2015 season. They've got this kid for the next 3 years, which will make them tough to beat, because I think this kid's only going to get better.
As that puck dangerously in front, but Elliot Rabel coming over to knock that one away from Wiseman. Held in though. Quick shot knocked down. Tolo with the save on Rumble, and it's clear. It's going to go all the way down.
Nice job by Mike, able to kick it away with a stick. So making a couple of big saves. Canisius really getting that puck in deep for the first time in this game.
Rumble with an ill-advised pass. He's trying to plead his case that it was touched, but they're going to say no, that should go for icing. And the puck will now drop to the left of the goaltender, Asmundson. Some of the Sports Zone hats made their way to Buff State last night. The home away from home for Canisius, but again, they're moving into the new downtown center, right across from the First Niagara Center next season.
That's sweet. Right downtown. Fantastic. I think it's a huge boost for their program. To be in that area, to be downtown, big time facility. It's important for them.
As Shumway gets his face hit into the glass, play continues on as Rowe will bring it up along the near side.
It helps him in their recruiting battles, certainly with Niagara. In that area. Well, I think the entire conference, it helps them. It's going to help RIT in their recruiting, moving into a brand new building.
4,300 is the official capacity. I had seen 4,200, but we've got our fact sheet now from the good folks from Jordan Steffen and the folks at the Gene Policini Center saying that it's 4,300.
Outstanding.
There will be 2 main concession stands at the Gene Policini Center, 3 to 5 mobile carts around the concourse, and there's going to be a team store.
Come on. Now you're talking.
Why not, right?
Suites, I'd see, club seating, a little club lounge. Come on.
So ticket prices and packages will be announced in the next coming weeks, and they actually, well, tonight being the last game, but there is a display of what those new suite club seats are like. Very plush. As now into the near corner this goes. Garbowski comes up with it. Has it taken right away by Sullivan, and out of the zone this will go. Good shot by Backhouse, and that is gloved by Rotolo.
So far, an excellent period by the Tigers on both ends. Playing very, very well.
4:07 to go here in the first. 1-0 RIT. Parents of Emily Clark, our student reporter, not on tonight, but certainly that's the neat thing about when you come to SportsZone. If you're a student, prospective student looking for a career in journalism, we put you to work here, John.
Oh, kidding me? These are top-notch facilities. Absolutely. Fantastic experience.
Yeah, you're not working on the student broadcast. You're working here with us on the Time Warner broadcast. As now behind the net, Asmundsson will leave it there. It's held in by Shumway, who will come down and pinch a little bit. A crank coming up with it, and Canisius pushing it out as Kudemi sends it to the opposite side. Kudemi coming down low, trying to dig this one out. Nolan Dakota gets it out, heads up to Miller. Swiped away by Rumble, and Kudemi will push it forward to Grayson. Number 94, Matthew Grayson. As Dakota will now take it away, and Tigers' turn to try to advance the puck. Corner crew will start a chant here as Smith takes it behind the net. Danny Smith fighting in there with Rowe as the Tigers changing a few skaters behind the play. Fosbelt flings it to the net, knocked down by Grayson, who takes it to the near corner. Smith behind the net with the official screening him. We'll leave it there for Thompson. Mitchell has it poked away, and now it's Fortman who will bring it up the ice for Canisius. He'll send it in as Rotolo makes the save and pushes it to the far corner.
He's quick. I like the way he's moving tonight, Mike. Quickly to put that puck in position where his teammates could go get it.
Danford knocked down, and Asmundsson will hold on, freeze it. Olavecchia creating a little havoc here in the Canisius end.
Just like the energy of the Tigers. Not making it easy for Canisius tonight. And at times they've had problems just moving the puck.
Josh Mitchell to take the draw here against Rowe. Olavecchia coming up with it. As it knocked away, as Kukali will chase after it. Adam Mitchell, the senior, with the goal for RIT. That from Danny Smith. 1-0 is our score here. Olavecchia sends it back up top to Rabel. Long shot, and it's going to pinball all the way to Asmundsson, who makes the save. And the Griffs will send it out. Olavecchia will tap it in, and now Tigers changing behind the play as Josh Mitchell will try the forecheck, and coming up with it is Rumble along the near side. Rigney will lift it down, and now the Tigers come the other direction as Olavecchia winds up the big blast, big rebound coming out to Mitchell. Oh, he sent it right over the crossbar. Tigers holding it in as they get a few skaters out there. Shumway sends it in, and Asmundsson this time does not give up the rebound.
Yeah, covered up nicely. If he had, there were players around. Tigers keeping that puck in the O zone. Love the way they're playing, out shooting Canisius so far, 13-8 here in the first period.
Keegan Asmundsson is a junior, so presumably he'll take over the reins from Tony Capobianco next season. Shumway's shot goes wide. Schuler was in front trying to deflect it, and now lifted out of the zone is doubling back is number 2, Nolan Dakota. Schuler gets tripped up, and the Tigers not able to advance the puck out of their own end. Sullivan holds it in. Garbowski is over there. And coming up the ice, here's an opportunity for Schuler. Broken stick, he has to navigate around. Schuler shoots, and the save is made. Puck is lying there in the crease. And finally cleared to the far side. How about Dan Schuler working his way not only past the defender, but past the stick on the ice?
Great move to avoid the stick, and then got deep inside Canisius' defense, and then almost tapped into his own rebound. That's a nifty little move there by Schuler.
If there's one player that benefits the most off of a return from Matt Karpowski, who helped get the play started there, it's Dan Schuler.
Absolutely. That line last year was magical. And it started quickly this year, and then Garbowski goes down. But you're right, he's one of the players. You could even say McGowan, too, are going to benefit big time. But Garbowski just sets everybody else up. He's the leader of this team, certainly the leader of that line, but more importantly, leader of this team.
Noise behind his own net. He'll push it up the ice. One last rush. He's going to play it safe here, as now Smith gets hit as he crosses into the zone. But a good start here for the Tigers tonight. Through 20 minutes of play, 1-0 RIT.
I think if you're RIT and Wayne Wilson, you gotta like the way you played so far. Up 1-0. Feels like they're in control. Rotolo's playing well. Energy on both ends has been outstanding and out shooting Canisius 15-8 here in the first 20 minutes.
As the goal reads like this, Adam Mitchell at 8:21, getting his third of the season. The assist on that from Danny Smith, also from Brandon Thompson. Danny Smith with the goal last night. So Canisius in 4 periods of play has yet to score against RIT this weekend. And maybe after all the struggles this RIT team has faced here in the 2014 calendar year, now things finally starting to turn around. As momentarily we'll send it down ice to the third member of our broadcast team, as we send it down to Melissa Brown.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Adam Mitchell. Adam, congratulations on the goal. Can you walk us through it?
Yeah, we had a good cycle. I cycled it down to Tommy there, and Smitty went around the net, gave me a nice pass, and I just buried it.
Now, scoring on your senior night at the last night at the Ritter, what's going through your head?
It's a good feeling. I mean, I wanted to score senior night, obviously being a senior, so it felt really good.
Now, going into the few games left with all your players back, you guys are all healthy. What's that going to do for the rest of the season and going into your playoff push?
It's going to help tremendously. I mean, we're just so much deeper with all our veterans coming back, and makes our team way stronger, and hopefully we can have a good push here.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Melissa, and thank you to Adam Mitchell. Tonight's goal scorer is they're setting up the Frisbee toss here on the ice at the Ritter. All right, the very passionate corner crew. I know we're going to show Twitter pictures, but one last time, let's show the corner crew here at the Ritter. There you see some of the pictures coming in from Twitter. Nate Lowell is the Canisius play-by-play person, impressed with the line here tonight.
Nice.
So take your pictures here, and then we'll show them back whenever you come. And then, of course, Katie Levander one last time, showing the better side of Chuck Hinkle.
Wow.
Viva Olivia. I like that panoramic shot.
Like that. That's
nice.
nice.
And we'll be doing this at the new digs. You know, John, it's weird. Very nostalgic tonight, but I can't wait to see.
When I walked in, I looked at, I took a little peek at the Policini Center as I drove in tonight.
Yeah.
Just to see, gosh, it's like this is the final time we'll be walking into this building.
So hit us up, send us your tweet and hashtag RITSZ, and we will find you. And there you see a lot of people just sending in their well wishes that are not here tonight.
This place is packed. I mean, it is packed tonight.
Put this atmosphere up with the Air Force game, with the Bentley playoff games. I mean, it feels like a playoff game here tonight.
There's been so many big games over the last 6 years, at least at the Division I level. Nothing against, the prior to 2007, but just from our experiences here as the broadcasting team, these last 6 years have been incredible. Never a dull moment in this building.
Well, our first broadcast was back in '08 against Clarkson, and wouldn't you know, confirmed by Dr. Dessler on our airways as the shot is right on in. Clarkson's going to be the opening game. That's going to be the second Friday in October. And that'll be neat because certainly they travel pretty well, actually.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That night, it can't come fast enough.
Colavecchia will stick handle a lot of his own end, but brought back in by McCrank. McCrank centering to Gudemi, but that's knocked away. The shot, Rotolo making the save.
Good kick save to the corner, too. Perfect, properly placed.
Colavecchia now will lift it out. He gets the hit right in on McCrank. Knocked into next week, and he'll get off the ice. Noyes now slowly skating around. He's waiting for a line change here. Noyes sending it up as Schuler will tap it in, and we'll have the face-off coming up here in the RIT. Make that the Canisius end.
Right, so we do know that Sacred Heart did win. So if RIT should lose tonight, then they're back at it against Canisius next weekend. If RIT should lose this game.
Well, if you're head coach Dave Smith, and you know, if you asked me this in an interview, he would never say this. I don't know this to be true, but would you rather play Sacred Heart or an RIT team that seems to be finding its way now?
I think to me it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You have a chance, maybe. Yeah, exactly. You're down 1-0, and who cares at this point? I think I would rather prefer to play Sacred Heart. I like my chances of getting to the next round. Let's put it that way.
McGowan with the nice play to tap that away, hustling back, but Canisius holding it in. Shot goes wide by 24 Rumble, and it's going to go all the way down the ice. Chasing after it is Taylor Law. Oh, big hit there by Schuler.
He gets up slow, big hit by Ben Schuler.
Rotolo with the stick save on Edie. Adam Mitchell trying to pull his way to the puck, and now it goes behind the net. Shumway didn't like what was ahead of him, so we'll circle back over to Dakota and sends it off ahead. Mitchell getting bumped off the play by Logan Rowe. Not for anything, John, part of the game was missing out of touches, except for Thompson was this little hitting. We haven't seen it in a while.
No, exactly. It's, yeah, this, I thought that first period, or at least the start of this period, somewhat a little bit slow.
Thompson will send it in. He's looking up. Backhands it over to Smith.
It's normally chippy when they play, these teams.
Here's Miller. Drop pass over to Smith. Smith, stick save made, and back up top to Noyes, faking the windup. Sends it over opposite side. Stick save made, now cleared to the near side. Rigney coming up with it. And out of the zone, Greg Noyes pushes over to the opposite side. Fosvelt with it. He'll push it ahead. Jeff Fortman chasing after it. Good hit there by Skirving to upgrade the turnover, but Cameron overskates it, and on his own this will go. Miller sends it up along the near side, and that's going to deflect in and just off net, so this will result in the icing with 57 remaining here in period number 2.
So they would get Holy Cross next week, and of course they just met, what, about actually a month ago. RIT and Holy Cross playing to a tie on January 31st, and then it was a 4-2 loss on February the 1st. The only 2 times that they have played this season.
To me, that was a weekend where the Tigers left points on the ice,
yes,
if I remember correctly. And wouldn't you know, they get an extra point that weekend, get a 2-point swing, you're hosting.
Exactly. It was games 2 and 3 of a 7-game homestand. And it just didn't start. That homestand just did not start or end the way we thought it would.
Tigers getting 0 wins in that 7-game homestand, but chance to win their 3rd in a row tonight.
They only got 2 points total on that homestand. It was 2 ties. One to Holy Cross and the other one to Robert Morris. Who could have predicted that?
Hockey Central is the place to see highlights. Just go to our website, ritsc.com. Check out highlights from the Michigan game this year. Boy,
that was fun.
That was a blast. Tigers are down 4-0 and then battled back to tie it. And kind of a weak goal at the end of the second. That took the life out of the building, but Tigers showing some fight that night against one of the top programs in America.
The next October, with Boston College coming to town.
Boston College.
Tremendous.
Now, if you're wondering, well, are they going to move that game with the Coliseum Center? No. RIT's made it very clear that for Brick City weekend, they still want to be the marquee event downtown.
Oh, that's a big event. You get close to 9,000 for that, if not more.
Oh, you get more. You get 10. Think of it this way, John, and I don't want to take a swipe at the Amerks, but they've never sold out that building in the regular season.
No, it's amazing.
And RIT every year for homecoming, able to sell it out. RIT with a 1-0 advantage here. We are in the second on RIT SportsZone Live. There's the Grim Reaper. He's back. Steve Schultz, that started.
Hilarious.
He told, John, do you remember the story he told us on air that just was a Halloween night and he came into the Ritter and they had to win and, well, he had to keep doing it.
Look at Steve Schultz. The Reaper's back. Don't fear the Reaper.
A lot of people coming back tonight. Mary Beth Cooper, just saw her on camera. She is now the president of Springfield University, former vice president here at RIT. Welcome back. Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Rolls up along the near side. Kolovecchia, the blast. Oh, it just hops over the crossbar. Misplayed by Atkinson, but it didn't cost him.
He was looking for the puck. I think he thought that they went in the net.
Lynch over to Noyes. Noyes feeding it down low. And now Canisius will charge up along the near side. Rumble, centering pass. He was trying to find Grayson, but sent it behind him. And Mitchell with the only goal tonight. That coming back in the first from Thompson and Smith. 1-0 RIT. Lynch will backhand it down low, and chasing after it is Fortman. Fortman brings it in front of his net.
I don't know what's going on, the miscommunication.
Sloppy play by Canisius here in the second. It hasn't cost him yet.
They just don't look into this game today, for whatever reason. They're not sharp at all tonight.
Figure with the crowd and everything else. Here's McGowan trying to feed it to Schuler. Goes off his stick. Now here's Garbowski. Backhand, but it's knocked down. And out of the zone this will go. Chase, it's a race to the puck. And Bohr, his backhander, Rabel right on him. Save made by Mike Ruotolo.
You know, but to Canisius' credit, they're not playing well, but you look up, I mean, they're being outplayed, being shot 20-10. They're only down 1-0 in this game. Feels as if RIT should be up more than just 1 goal. What is that? Is that my boy?
I don't
No,
know.
that's not Godfather. What is that?
No, I don't know if that a mouse. Not sure. We have
I'm not sure.
They have the green people out in Vancouver. We have our version here now at RIT. Is now Ruotolo goes right through the crease. Thompson will loft it ahead to Mitchell. Mitchell brings it in. Adam Mitchell, stick handles, backhand. Oh, and right out in front, a quick whistle. John, why on earth was the whistle blown there?
That I don't know. I think Mitchell thought he had scored. He put his hands up. Try to get another look at this thing. Mitchell comes in, flips the backhand. The puck's loose out in front. Nobody has the puck. Thompson keeps it alive. Now that puck, I don't know why that was blown dead.
Well, the official, there's only one explanation, must have lost sight of the puck.
That puck is free. Oh, boy. That is a bad call.
Well, once the whistle blows, that's it.
Oh.
So. Smith sends it down low to Dakota. Dakota backhands it right through the crease. Mitchell the shot that goes wide. And now the Grizz will push it up the ice. Bertolo, the pad save made on Mitch McCrank. Down low, it's Dakota. Will swing it around looking for Thompson, held in by the Grizz. McCrank sends it back up top. Sullivan back to McCrank. Now Mitchell will come out, knocked down by Kudemi. Conacher on the far side. Shumway right on him, and we're going to have a penalty coming up. It's going to be against the Tigers. Extra attacker now comes out on the ice here as Thompson knocks it down. The play will continue on, though. Thompson can't get to it. Finally, Smith going over. And for the first time tonight, Canisius on the cross-checking call will be on the power play.
They're going to get Shumway. Or Smith, excuse me, Danny Smith with the call. Yeah, right there in front of Bertolo. Oh, blatant call. Not a smart play there by Danny Smith.
So for all that has not gone right for Canisius tonight, here's their opportunity to tie this game.
It's just not a smart penalty. Smith has been playing very, very well. Emotional player, but heady player. Just mind-boggling there. It's just a bad penalty.
Looked like that was out of the zone, but I'm going to say it stays in as Sullivan in the far side. Fossbelt right on him, held in by the Grizz. Sullivan right in front of the corner crew. Sullivan cutting toward the net. Knocked off the puck by Fossbelt, and Lynch will loft it down the ice.
Well played by the Tigers. Tried to split the defense. Nothing doing there.
Puck goes behind the net as Kukali will try to bang it out. Held in by Canisius. Dakota racing after. Nolan Dakota will use the glass, and it hops over the glass and right into the front row. And now the corner crew.
Yeah, pressure's on that kid to give it to a kid. I think he says, you know what, I have a kid. Right? I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
How old is he, though? What's the age to give up the puck? What do we decide, 10?
I think
12?
10, 12. I think he's right on the line. I'll give him a
Yeah,
pass.
he's on the border. He can keep the puck. He's a kid.
Even though his dad's a Jets fan, we're okay.
No, we can't wear that sweatshirt here. Come on. Check that sweatshirt at the door. I mean, take it off, right? You can't wear that thing in here. I'm surprised some, I think next year at the Paul Seating Center, they should enforce wardrobes. Can't be wearing that stuff.
And now the Tigers, Schuler chasing back after. They're spreading it out here. Garbowski now will bang it around. Getting Garbowski back helps on the penalty kill as well. Who's on the power play here, John?
Yeah, it's a good question. It looks like Canisius is doing to chase it.
We have 30 seconds remaining in the Danny Smith penalty. Halfway gone by here in the second, 1-0 RIT. Right through the crease that goes, and now Canisius will set it up here late in their power play opportunity. Deflected just wide. Freeman tried to stuff it in at the side of the net, and now we'll get the whistle. Mike Bertolo keeping Canisius off the board.
That thing almost deflected in front. Here comes the loose puck. Mike looking for, maybe looking for a little bit of help there from Kukali, who did a good job in screening. What was that? One of the players there for Canisius.
Kudemi's going to send it down low to Freeman. Noyes can't get it out. 2-1. Now Smith's going to come racing out of the box. And we're back to even strength there as Mitchell going to find Colavecchia, who steps off the bench. Colavecchia, though, has it taken away, and that's Just a good play by Logan Rowe to recognize what was going on there for Canisius. Canisius 0 for 1 tonight with the man advantage. Quickly they're back into the RIT end. Fosfelt with a man bearing down on him. That's Gibbons, their leading scorer. Feed right through the crease, goes to the opposite side, held in by Edie. Rigney down low, centering pass, comes back out to Fortman. Fortman whiffs, sends it down low to Bohr. Bohr sends it, goes off the skate of Lynch. The Tigers need to clear it. Right out in front into goal. Bohr on the doorstep, and Canisius has tied it at 1.
Yeah, Bohr snuck in behind Noyes, had his stick perfectly planted on the ice, and just kind of had it played perfectly. It was like tic-tac-toe there with the passing. There you go. Bohr set up right behind there. Noyes got snuck in right behind Noyes, I think, who lost track of him. Noyes was a little bit late getting over. He located where it was going. Just a little late in getting over to Bohr. There almost seemed to be a little bit of confusion there.
Yeah, the Tigers had...
with Fosfeld and Noyes there on the back end.
That's going to read Ryan Bohr, his second of the year, coming in 11-21. Assists on that by Jack Eady, and also Logan Rowe getting the second assist. Law back up top. Now Canisius, they want more. That goes wide. So the game where the Tigers have played better for most of it, even at 1.
Yeah, they missed some opportunities, RIT, to really grab a 2-goal lead, and Canisius kind of hanging around. Able to cash in.
Elliot Rabel pushing it to the opposite side. Now Thompson leaving it there for Kukali. Alexander Kukali will charge right up the ice and use it there for Smith. Flings it in and goes to the opposite side. Held in by Mitchell. No, he whiffs on it. Now here it comes. Opportunity for the Golden Griffs going on in, but a play. Dakota, and the penalty coming up here on the Tigers. And McCrank takes a swipe at Thompson. Conacher going in, was taken down for the trip.
No real reaction from the Tigers bench. Let's get another look at it there.
You know, he's going for the stick. I'd love to see another angle of that. We got the official time. We'll show it when we come back. Canisius back on the power play.
Certainly the right call being made here. Wayne Wilson's team going to be called for the penalty. Nolan Dakota, they're tripping Shane Conacher. From that angle, we'll get another look at it here. And then right call was certainly made.
Almost, but yeah, I agree with you, John. That is a trip. And for Dakota, that's a penalty you really have to take. So now the Tigers, after having just killed off one, they got to go back to work.
So Canisius really starting to gain a lot of momentum here in this period. Kind of came to life midway through this period.
Tigers fed off the standing room only crowd here early on, but Canisius kind of waking up in the second, as now Gibbons has, and he is the force on the power play. 8 of his 13 goals with a man advantage, sends that one wide, and Conacher not able to hold it in. .118 remaining in the Dakota penalty, quickly back into the zone. Taken away by Noyes. Lynch fighting with Kudemi, and Lynch lifting it down the ice, and the Tigers will change up their penalty kill unit. Bring it into the zone. That's Rumble. Sends it ahead. His feet a little too far. Bring it right through the crease. Was lynched. Law takes it away. Sends it down low to Sullivan. Puts on the brakes. And Shumway has to be careful along the wall. Held in by Canisius. On the far side, drop pass. Lynch intercepting. Lynch is going to weave his way around Ben Lynch. Shorthanded. And he is just going to eat some time. Ben Lynch.
Well
senior.
played. Well played by Lynch. Errant pass there. Part of Canisius there. Rumble.
Canisius quickly back in, but that's deflected out by Noyes. No, it's not out. McCrank will get it. And now quickly back in as Sullivan sends it wide. 5 seconds remaining, and the Tigers will have killed this off, but the play remains here in the RIT end. We're back to even strength and out of the zone, calling for it. Thompson, finding it for the pass a little offline to Mitchell. Mitchell shoots. Just high and wide. Adam Mitchell with a good look.
Had a good look, just missed target. He missed his target.
As Dakota stepped out of the box, went right to the bench. Mitchell stepped on and was calling for it, but getting it just, Thompson couldn't find him in time. Rabel sending it forward, the rebound put back in! And the Tigers have taken a 2-1 lead.
That line again, he had Thompson and Mitchell in front. He's gonna get it up to Thompson. Flex it in, get the pucks at the net. That's exactly what they did. Yeah, Fosfeld just kind of threw it towards the net. They're gonna give it to Brandon Thompson. There you go.
Leaving the rebound out in front, and there it is.
Look at Edmondson was trying to play off Mitchell. Mitchell kind of took a whack at it. And Edmondson's kind of battling with Mitchell, which left that left side wide open.
Thompson. With the assist to number 8, Elliot Rabel. And number 14, Danny Smith.
So Smith gets another
It's
point.
Thompson
He's
from
got
Rabel
points on all
Smith.
3 goals this weekend.
Well, Rabel lets it go, not Fosfeld from outside. That line's been dynamite again tonight.
Skirving pulling his way to the nets. And we'll get a whistle and some conversation after.
Now that line has generated both goals tonight, the Thompson, Smith, and Mitchell line. Playing very well.
2-1 RIT. We are in the second, last night ever, here at the Frank Ritter Arena. A fun night here at the Ritter. The corner crew is filled to capacity. We have standing room only, some parts 4 or 5 deep around the Ritter. And we have a minor going up on the board, and it's going to go to Canisius. Keegan Edmondson, 33 for 2 minutes, Johnny, and gotta be honest, going to have to wait for the call here.
Yeah, Jack Keaty's going to serve it. I didn't see it. I know he was battling with Adam Mitchell on that goal. We'll try to get another look at it here.
When we went to break, there was a little, I'd say, conversation in front of the net.
Yep.
Tigers back on the power play for the second time tonight.
It's Asmundson.
Bullet Beckett trying to poke it in, so slashing is the call. And Rotolo with the glove save, and then now here we go. Dakota coming in on Wiseman, and Schuler away from the camera, also talking with Sullivan.
There were 2, not only Wiseman, there's another Canisius player kind of took a run at Mike Rotolo.
Rotolo taking exception as we take another look.
Yeah, there's the first swipe there where Mike holds him off.
That's the one, and then Dakota might get, 2 minutes going up on the board to Dakota because Wiseman putting his arms up in the air to say I'm out, and then Dakota, and that's just not smart by Nolan Dakota.
And Nolan, he's just defending his goalie.
So that will effectively end the Tiger power play. And the crowd not liking him because there was no penalty on anything.
Even Rotolo's upset, and Harbowski wanted to voice his displeasure as well.
Well, if anything, this is a Ritter crowd. We haven't heard this, John, in years here. Garbowski to take the draw. One by Canisius, 4-on-4 for the next minute 42 as Garbowski laying the hit on Conacher to take it right away. Welcome back, Matt Garbowski. Garbowski in front, the backhander. Asmundsson makes the save, and now more pushing and shoving after the whistle, and now the officials have to be worried this might get out of control here.
Its intensity is picked up, but you can just see that chemistry right back to where it was before the injury with Garbowski and Schuler in this line. With these two, Schuler to Garbowski. Garbowski tries to go with the backhand. Asmundsson puts it away, but highlight of this play comes after the shot. There you see Garbowski kind of poking at it. Heedy saying, hey, wait a minute, stay away from my goalie. And then out of the box goes Schuler.
Well, they're sending off Schuler and Conacher and Rumble.
Yep.
And Garbowski as well?
Yes, Garbowski and Schuler both go to the box.
All right, so the officials, Foot and Visconti, say enough effectively.
Yes, yeah, exactly. It's exactly what they're saying. We've seen enough here over the last couple of minutes. Let's clean it up.
Well, there you see the typical RIT Canisius game.
We're kind of waiting for this, to be honest with you. You know, the first period, okay, we saw a little bit. The start of this period was kind of ho-hum, and now it's picked up.
So we will have 4-on-4. They will just simply call coincidentals here. For the Tigers, though, that's not so great when you could have Garbowski and Schuler off at the same time here. Nonetheless.
Canisius penalty on number 63, Shane Conacher. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. That's Conacher. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Noise will tap it ahead.
Canisius penalty on number 24,
Here's
Chris
Fosfeld.
Rumble. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. That's Rumble. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Rumble and Conacher. And Garbowski and Schuler will get the same. Noise sends it ahead to Lynch. Lynch trying to find Cameron in front. Goes all the way through the near side. Quick shot, Rotolo with the save on Gibbons, and now Rotolo sticking his blocker pad right in Gibbons' chest.
Well, Mike's a fiery kind of kid. You know, I don't know if Gibbons had any intent, but Mike said, hey, you're not getting close to me. Settle down. Here comes the shot. Gibbons gonna get a little bit close. All right, what's going on? And Mike said, no, stay away.
McCrank wins the draw, tried to take it right to the net, Collie. And the Tigers come up with it as Shumway from behind his own net. Down to 50, make that 38 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4. Got 50 seconds remaining in the Nolan Dakota penalty. Smith, the backhand that goes right through. So Canisius will have a very short 15-second power play in just a bit. Now the cross-ice feed is Shumway intercepting. Lays it up to Danny Smith. Smith with some room. He's got Polavecchia, who will tap it ahead to Kukali. Alexander Kukali, the defenseman, bringing it down low. And the Tigers will have to be aware they're going to be shorthanded here in just a little bit. Now they'll set up their penalty kill here. 13 seconds remaining in the Dakota penalty. Canisius gaining the zone. The Noise will lift it down the ice. And that'll do it. Okay, so now Cameron going right into the goaltender, Asmundsson. Golden Griffs coming up the ice. Here's the quick shot. Rotolo the save. And McGowan now will push it ahead. 2:25 remaining here in the second. 2-1 Tigers. Brandon Thompson with the go-ahead goal. The putback on the shot by Elliot Rabel. Rabel couldn't get it out. Held in as Bohr pushes it back, goes off the skate of Noise. And McGowan lifting it ahead. Trying to hit Lynch in stride and feed a little too far. Mitchell. And Rotolo behind the net. Brad McGowan. Over the red line, McGowan. Chris crossing, and it's held up here by Canisius, and they'll send it back in. Rotolo will let Dakota play it. Way offside with Wiseman on that one. There's a lot of face-off coming outside of the RIT end.
The Tigers regaining, I thought, that momentum they lost here early in the period. But certainly it has picked up the play from how this period started. But RIT now back in front. Trying to hold on here. Final 137, go to the intermission.
Trying to figure out why we have the stoppage in play. We do not have immediate timeout. Canisius is back at its bench like it's an official timeout. And now the linesman coming over to say, hey, come on out, guys. This is not immediate timeout. Ready for the puck drop. Danny Smith to take it against Matthew Grazen. Tigers will win it as Dakota. Cross ice feed. Mitchell, the shot. Rebound right there, but cleaned up by the Canisius defense. Thompson laying it down low. So this has been the productive line of Mitchell, Smith, and Thompson for the RIT Tigers, responsible for all 3 goals this weekend.
Been a sensational line the last few weeks. They've really come together since this line was formed.
There you see Danny Smith, the goal last night, and he has set up both of the goals tonight.
Kid's tough, like his tenacity. Scored last night, scored the lone goal in the 1-0 win. He's had a big weekend, Danny Smith. Big.
Rowe pushing it up along the near wall, and the save is made. Kudemi, stick saved by Rotolo, and Kudemi will take it to the near corner, and he is bumped off the play by Garbowski. Tigers gain the zone. Quick shot, and it's sailed wide. Canisius up the ice. Rotolo the save on Conacher, who loses his footing, and he is slow to get up on the far side. Shane Conacher kind of limping off the ice. There you see him. Not able to put any pressure down on that right ankle. Keep an eye on Shane Conacher here as Dakota will look up at the clock. 20 seconds remaining in the period. Tapped in by Schuler. McGowan will chase after. Sullivan gathering it up behind his own net. Sullivan in his own end, and this will take us to the end of the second. Canisius ties it, but then the go-ahead goal by Brandon Thompson, and the RIT Tigers now are 1 period away from their 3rd straight win.
Yeah, he had some penalties on both parts there, both teams. Some sloppy play, but the Tigers regaining the momentum, more importantly, regaining the lead. Now 20 minutes away from their 3rd straight win.
Head coach Wayne Wilson will talk to his players as we head to the second intermission. RIT with a 2-1 lead over Canisius here on RIT SportsZone Live. That is the old Corner Crew banner. How cool is that? And you see some old-time Tiger jerseys, and Brian Hill's mentioned, good to see some old faces here tonight.
Yeah, electric. And standing room, it's tough to even walk around, you know, where you can get on the perimeter here. It's just basically you need a shoehorn to get everybody in this joint tonight. Standing room only, that's for sure.
Fun hockey. And we want to welcome everybody watching tonight in Rochester, all the Sabre fans that have to be puzzled by their team. What on earth is going on? And,
are you kidding me? I just said a week ago, boy, it's nice to see how the Sabres have kind of rebuilt things and kind of knocked things down and built it back up. You know, the Bills report this week they've got internal problems with chain of command. Boy.
As Lynch.
Are you kidding me what's going on with the Sabres?
You have to laugh. It's gallows humor for folks that have not heard. Pat LaFontaine has resigned in an apparent power struggle.
Yeah, he's been on the job, what, since November?
That's it.
So, I mean, 3 months, 3.5 months on the job. How can it be a power struggle when you're the president of hockey operations?
Maybe he
Aren't you the guy at the top?
Yeah.
That's the last time I checked. Usually the president kind of oversees everything. That's the last time I checked, Gino.
Maybe not, but until we learn more, we're just left to speculate.
The Bills have their issues, the Sabres have their issues, but no issues here. The Tigers in control, winning 2-1.
As Conacher overskating the puck, Tigers now coming back the other direction. As Adamson will make the save, freeze it, and faceoff will come here in the RIT end. And Josh Mitchell getting knocked down there.
Yeah. Behind the play there, Mitchell. I don't know if that was he got knocked down or if he just took a little bit of a fall. Couldn't really tell.
See if he's all right. See if we can get a report as Garbowski can't come up with a row. Law will dump it in. Shot by Grayson, saved made by Rotolo. And the corner crew with the Keegan chant on Asmundson. Trying to get inside his head, and that is going to be an errant pass that's going to go for icing. Haven't heard the corner crew this loud in years.
They've been vocal, absolutely. We probably got to go back, I'm thinking maybe a few years, that they were this vocal. You know, some of those playoff runs that they had here in this building.
Law dumps it in. Nolan Dakota gathering it up behind his own net. Sends it up to Thompson, but Thompson an errant pass that Bohr will pick off. Bohr's shot goes high and wide. Now, another attempt, but Rotolo making the glove save. And
quick Mike is tonight, really quick with his reactions. Knocks one puck away, gets back in position, and makes the glove save. Just like how active and aggressive that he's been tonight.
As Cameron comes in to shield off Rigney at the end of that play.
I tell you, you can't mess with this with Rotolo. He wants a piece of anyone, which I love. And don't mess with Rotolo.
Danford will send it down low. And Nolan Dakota coming up with backhanding it up. Here's Miller in the slot.
Oh.
Thompson the backhand. Oh, that was Cameron. Caleb Cameron going on in, and now conversation between Skirving. Skirving's trying to get away from this, and Bohr.
You know, another one of those freshmen. Look at this, showing some nifty puck handling. Almost finished it off with the nice backhand. Look at this. Caleb Cameron.
Cameron getting booted out of the face-off circle, so Miller coming in. Behind the net, Sullivan pushes it ahead. And on the far side, it's Kyle Gibbons. Canisius is leading scorer, losing his footing. And RIT will have the control of the puck in their own end. 2-1 Tigers. RIT goal by Thompson and Mitchell. As Miller will tap it in. Bosfeld coming up with it. Head to Skirving will use the wall, and now Skirving will get off the ice himself. Miller trying to take it away. Lynch taps it down low to Kolovecchia. Doug Jesse up the ice with Lynch right there. Standing in front of the goaltender, Jesse. Now will push it ahead. Rumble to the opposite side. Kolovecchia will send it in, and Lynch pushing it down low. Tigers trying to get it out, keep it in rather, is now Lynch in the near corner, battling with Logan Rowe. Kept in by the Tigers. Knocked down by Rowe in front. And now here's McCrank racing to the puck, but Kukali is getting there first. And Alexander Kukali can't get it out, however, as Rowe will glove it out of the air. Pushes it forward. Conacher the shot. Oh, he had a great look, but sent it wide.
Yeah, he had the angle there and just missed it.
And the Tigers able to get it out towards center ice. Graze it right back into the zone in a 2-1 game. Canisius applying some pressure here, but Elliot Rabel, the senior, will send it to the opposite side. Tigers doing everything they can to not get the too many men in a penalty on the ice.
That was close.
That was very close. As heroic attempt there by McGowan, leaping over the board. Now here's Schuler with a one-handed opportunity, and Backhouse coming back to knock it away.
I've seen him do that before, Schuler. Able to get the shot off with just really one arm, one hand. And that time he did. He loves crashing the net. This is what he does. One-handed. Goes off the padding of Asmundsson and then up into the net.
Johnny, I don't want to put the Maloik on this, but the last time the Tigers won here at the Ritter, January 18th.
That's amazing.
Over Army.
I mean, we're March 1st. It's March 1st, and you're telling me their last win, that's about, what, 6 weeks ago? That's a long time. And this building should be imposing for opponents. It used to be. You just don't come in here and get wins. I got to get it, but what a way to close it out, though. At least get a W to close out this great run here at Ritter Arena.
Cameron cross-ice feed McGowan, but that was a little behind him. Now Petey coming the other direction. He's got an assist tonight on the Bohr goal. The only time Canisius has scored this weekend. McGowan will tap it over to Dakota, who will loft it in. Now step off the ice as we get a line change in here. Intercepting Adam Mitchell, cutting to the net. Mitchell with time, trying to go short side, but that goes off the blocker pad of the goaltender Keegan Atkinson. 14:25 remaining, and we get the official timeout. 2-1 RIT. Not a seat to be had tonight here at the Ritter, as the corner crew packed to the gills, and we've seen some old friends here tonight. Everybody coming out. It is a reunion tonight. Last game ever here at the Frank Ritter Arena. Is Rumble now will push it up along the far side. Feed intercepted, and the Tigers will send it back in. Mitchell chasing after it. Going to go all the way down for icing. You know, with this line producing here, John, it's really like the Tigers have 3 lines now with Garbowski, McGowan, and Schuler.
It's a great point when you look at 3 quality lines that now can all score.
The SportsZone app, get it today for free, either on the Apple or the Android. RITSZ.com, and just go there, download it, and you can see highlights. When the schedule comes out next year, we'll have it on there for you as well as a bunch of past episodes of SportsZone, the show. Oh, wait a second. We also want to congratulate the RIT men's lacrosse team going to 2-0 today with a win over Ithaca, 15-11. Lacrosse team #1 in Division III.
It's fantastic. Tribute to that program, its players. That's just tremendous.
The feed in front, dangerous play. Rotolo's going to freeze it. Puck was sitting right there, and Conacher was right on the doorstep. The question is, Johnny, who do you think will get to the Blue Cross Arena? We do know a few teams have the bye. Bentley has a bye. Mercyhurst has a bye. Air Force, we're trying to figure out if that last team, well, actually, Air Force and Robert Morris are battling for that last bye there. But here's an opportunity as Schuler going in. The shot, he scores! Danny Schuler from West
Well, he kind of gave a stiff arm there on Logan Rowe. Kind of stiff-armed him, held him off, and then had enough on it to beat Asmundson. That's a great pass. Watch him just kind of stiff-arm him. Kind of just boxes him out. Said, no can do. You gotta get a piece of me. That's just, and then goes down on one knee. What an incredible effort by Dan Schuler.
The touchdown pass, for lack of a better description, from Brad McGowan.
I tell you, with Garbowski back, we've had Mitchell back, but now with Garbowski back, all the pistols are firing right now. You just kind of feel it. You just kind of feel that line's now back. Schuler and Garbowski and McGowan. That's going to open things up for Schuler and McGowan now with Garbowski back.
His 12th of the season, scored by number 23.
Golden Chris are going to be on the power play. Rocky Parada
with the assist to number 7, Brad McGowan. That's Schuler from McGowan. Time to the Tigers' goal, 6:29.
So that goal comes at 6:29.
And Rowe was looking for, can he do that? Like, Rowe was looking for a call. He looked like a defensive back in football looking for a call. Like, where's the offensive interference? I mean, Schuler just outworked you. He just kind of outmuscled you there. That's all that was.
So Dakota for checking from behind. So this is Canisius' opportunity here to get back into the game down. A 3-1 score. The Griffs 0 for 3 with a man advantage tonight. Although a couple of those power plays very abbreviated as Sullivan gets laid out by Noyes. Big time hit there by the senior Greg Noyes. Totally legal, and the Ritter crowd on their feet applauding.
That Noyes is quiet. You know, one of those kids. He looks quiet out there, just goes about his business. But that was a big hit.
Rumble up the right side to McCrank. And a season worth of frustration for the RIT Tigers tonight. Their fans, this is like a party here tonight. It's Gibbons behind his own net. Leading scorer for Canisius. Now we'll push it up along the right side. Shumway sends it along, and not much resistance there as Lynch will send it down the ice. Danford trying to hit Kudemi and strike. Kudemi trying to split the defense. Kudemi going in, and it's swiped away, and the net comes off its moorings, and hence the whistle. Take another look. This is Ralph Kudemi going in.
He gets taken out of the play there. Yeah, was that Noyes, or I couldn't see who it was. Just kind of took him out of the play using the body.
Noyes swiping that one away, and they're going to say he did it cleanly. 35 seconds remaining in the Canisius power play. 11:52 remaining in this game. Held in by Rumble. Flings it to the net. And Rotolo able to club it, and with style pushes that away. Affectionately known as Dirty Mike to his teammates.
He's a fiery player. Big personality. And fearless too. You don't want to mess with that kid.
Schuler, it's been a while. That's going to go all the way down. Schuler chasing after it. Takes it away. Can Schuler, but then Rumble swipes it away from him in the end. Back into the zone this goes. Heedy will send it down low. And we're back to even strength. As Rumble tried to push it ahead. Now here's Mitchell. Got tangled up and now sent back in. Canisius changing on the fly. So the Tigers have killed off all 4 Canisius power play opportunities tonight. Danford backhanding it over to Backhouse. Will send it in. Noise takes it behind his own net. Held in along the blue line. Quick shot. That goes wide. Wiseman's shot. It's deflected, goes off the glass. And Smith will loft it out towards center ice. Tigers are going to sneak in a change here with Canisius controlling in their own end as Wiseman sends it over to Danford. Danford circling back. Lynch harassing him. And the Tigers getting it back at center ice. They'll send it back in. Lynch coming up with it. Kolovecchia. Backhand right out in front. Josh Mitchell just pushed it wide. Danford tried to freeze it. Play continues on. Cross ice feed to Kolovecchia. That goes off the shoulder. The save made by Adkinson. And it is cleared down the ice, and it will be on net. And with Conacher coming down, Rotolo has to freeze it. 9:31 remaining here. Tigers leading 3-1. The save of the game is presented by Canandaigua National Bank and Trust as Mike Rotolo going to stone off Canisius. A couple opportunities there as we take another look there as Rotolo safely playing at Canandaigua National Bank and Trust.
He's been aggressive tonight, active, quick with his reactions. I think he's stood tall tonight, 24 saves.
One last time for the jump around song here as the Tigers will play this song over the PA here in the third. As McGowan tries to push it out. Rowe sends it over to Shumway. Dakota now pushes it up along the near side of McGowan. Brad McGowan, cross ice feed. Garbowski buzzing around in front. And a new chant coming from the corner crew. R-I-T-T-E-R is what they're chanting. Kind of cool. Sent along the near wall. And Rumble losing his stick, and he's trying to play with his hand. And the Tigers able to take it away in the end. They give it right back. Sent in by Gibbons. Behind the net this goes. Noise will push it up to Skirving. Todd Skirving sends it ahead. Miller behind the nets, laying a hit there. Fosfeld can't hold it in. Taking it into the zone. Smith getting held up. Miller. Back to Danny Smith. Thompson and Smith playing well together. No doubt these two have some chemistry.
Oh, they have found it. They've been dynamite here.
Kukali sends it wide. Mitchell will hold it in and backhands it down low to Thompson in front of the corner crew as Grayson comes over there for Canisius, trying to freeze it. He's not able to. Deflects over, and Freeman and his friends will get it out. Sent down the ice, but for Canisius, that resulted in icing. 7:28 remaining here tonight.
Looking good. 7.5, as you mentioned, up 2. Love the way they're playing. Really attacking. RIT. Puck possessions have been outstanding. Playing smart hockey here in this third period.
Johnny, am I drinking the Kool-Aid, or am I beginning to think that the Tigers could be a team that could make some noise in Atlantic Hockey?
I think they are. I don't think at all. I think that win at out in Colorado kind of woke them up. then a dominating win last night, and if they can finish off this win tonight, the fact that they're healthy, and there isn't that imposing team in this conference who you fear. So, why not? Why can't they go to Holy Cross and win?
I think
next
the last
weekend?
thing you said, yes. I have no clue who will win this thing.
I mean, Mercyhurst was here a few weeks ago. They're very, very talented offensively, but they can, they're prone to make mistakes. But you just start with Holy Cross. They were here not too long ago, as you mentioned, Super Bowl weekend. And
opportunity, Conacher, the cross ice feed in front. Tigers diving for the block. Held in. And Scudemi and gloving it out of the air is Rotolo. And Rotolo getting knocked down, losing his footing, and here we go.
been happening quite a bit. Here comes the shot out in front. Mike makes the save, or pad save, and then it kind of skirts out in front there to Conacher.
Oh, Colavecchia selling out.
Yep. Trying to block the show, stop the shot. And then you see
Lynch helping to block that one right through. McCrank should have banged that one home.
Yeah, it was there. He missed it.
Mike Rotolo, again, having some conversation.
I love this kid, though. Really, I love his personality.
Johnny, he's from Greece.
Solid West Sider, buddy.
Yeah,
that's what he's about.
Schuler trying to slip past the defender, Wiseman. McGowan got knocked down. Now McGowan's going to take it back. McGowan going in, stick handling it, backhanding in front. That's a hand pass. And then they blow it. I was going to say, Gibbons pushing that out, but McGowan, maybe one pass too many.
He got
there.
too cute. I know he's been lacking some confidence. He got to take the shot. He has that puck in that deep. Watch this, all right. Able to outwork. Canisius gets to take that puck. He took it too deep, first of all. Should have fired that puck as soon as he got it. As soon as he went towards the net, let it go.
Garbowski wins the draw. So that was one thing that Tigers certainly missed, is McGowan. His shot goes off a skate.
He took his angle away by going too deep with the puck.
Quick shot, knocked down. Garbowski behind the net, and Canisius comes up along the near side. Danford to the opposite side. As it's tapped in by Heedy, but not before we get the icing call. 6 minutes remaining here tonight from the Ritter.
Finish this thing off. I'll tell you, I keep thinking ahead to next weekend. It's still the 6 minutes to go, but I'm anxious to see next weekend. And the matchup, I think, is favorable for RIT.
Cameron on the far side. So it's a best of 3, Friday, Saturday, and if necessary, Sunday. But all those games for RIT being on the road.
And they won't be back at home technically until they make it to the AHA semifinals. That'd be the Blue Cross Arena. Be the last time they'll play in Rochester. Or the next time. And that's not till, when, March 21st on a Friday night.
Puck sent into the Canisius end as Rowe battling with it. Rigby now sends it over to the opposite side. Trying to hit Grayson in stride. That's going to deflect over to Rotolo, who will play it safely and freeze it with 4:59 remaining here at the Ritter. We got the official timeout on the ice for one last time. This is RIT SportsZone Live. One thing, you never know what you'll find here in the Ritter.
I can't explain what that is. No idea. Cool outfit. I'll give it to him or her.
Boston. $2,100 here tonight. The Tigers moving into a much larger venue, 4,300 the official capacity at the Frank Ritter Arena. All right, the Gene Policini Center coming up next year as the icing call against the Tigers comes with 4:49 remaining. And the corner crew again haunting Canisius goaltender Keegan Edmondson. Sent in behind the net by Fortman. Canisius controlling. Rowe flings it to the net. Knocked away by Shumway. And we get a whistle and we got a slashing call.
Yep.
And it's going to be against the Tigers. That comes with 4:20 remaining. So don't get out the keys yet, Johnny.
Not yet, but let's see who that call was on. They're calling him Dakota?
Yeah, take another look there. He's not happy. Third minor tonight for the senior. So 5th power play opportunity for Canisius tonight. He came in with a healthy power play at 21%. And just out of the zone, hopping over the stick of Jesse as Rumble now has it in his own end. Noyes on the far side. Rumble is over there. Noyes is going to send it down low. And out of the zone this will go. Canisius can get one here, John, and then
Plenty of time,
yeah.
Absolutely. Still not over.
Quick shot going wide by Taylor Law. And the Tigers will push it up the ice. Here's Josh Mitchell taking his time, and he's going to let Canisius come to him. 4 Canisius players surrounding Josh Mitchell. And Mitchell getting some applause from that corner of the arena for doing that work. Rumble kind of taking his time here. He can step back there all day.
Not sure what he was waiting for.
Sends it up to Freeman. Here we go. Freeman drop pass to Conacher. Quick shot goes off the skate to the near corner, but Garbowski has some room. Matt Garbowski now will play it smartly down the ice. Now here's Schuler, and he's going to tie up the Canisius Golden Griffs. 34 seconds remaining in the Dakota penalty.
It's been a textbook penalty kill by the Tigers. Excellent.
One last rush here for Canisius. Schuler has to come off as gaining the zone is Gibbons. However, sent around, not out. Gibbons up top to Danford. Gibbons' shot knocked away by Fosfeld. It deflects out to center ice, and the Tigers have killed off the penalty.
That was incredible. PK has been strong all night tonight. Excellent. Couldn't come in a better time.
2:10 remaining here from the Frank Ritter Arena. One last game. 3-1 RIT with the advantage. Into the zone. Colavecchia. Right in front of the corner crew. Colavecchia pushing it out. Backhouse coming up with his feet knocked down by Colavecchia. Colavecchia selling out on that end of the ice today.
Both ends. Been all over the place tonight. Seniors, final time here, playing on the ice here at Ritter. All the seniors, major contributions tonight.
At center ice, 1:20 remaining. We're taking a look at Edmondson. He's looking over the bench. Rabel defensively. And Canisius not pulling their goalie here, John.
Not yet. Rabel's had a good game tonight. This final game here, he's played well. Noise with a big hit. Couple penalties by Dakota.
Now you see Edmondson running off the ice as now it's sent in. So the empty net to our right. Held in by Canisius. We're down to 45 seconds remaining. Side of the net, now the puck deflects high into the air. Batted, but not out. Jesse, the long shot, goes all the way through, and the save is made.
Solo hangs onto it and keeping the Canisius players away from him.
Corner crew yelling, "On your feet," as now the keys come out, John, for one last time here at the Ritter. For folks who are not familiar, this is the long tradition here at RIT. The keys jingling as if to say, hey, you know what, it's cold out, why don't you go warm up your car?
This place is noisy. It has been noisy all night here tonight. We get a timeout by Canisius. Kind of just takes the life out of the crowd here. At least he tries to with his timeout with 35 seconds to go.
You know what? I don't think the crowd is going to mind too much in the end here. John, I'm going to take some photos here.
Why not?
Yeah, this is our last time here tonight.
Maybe I'm going to take a photo too, Gino. That's me.
Oh, there we are. They caught me here. I'm going to take a photo of you, corner crew, over here. So, as fun atmosphere here tonight at the Ritter, Johnny. 35 seconds remaining in this game.
Great.
After the timeout. Mitch McCrank will take the draw for Canisius. Noise. Sending it out, but it hits somebody on the Tiger bench. So the faceoff will remain here in the Tiger end. 30.7 seconds remaining. Barring something miraculous, Canisius now will get Sacred Heart, and you'll never get Dave Smith to admit this, but
yeah, I think he's
that's
pleased.
a better matchup. Yeah.
I think he's pleased with losing back-to-back games. Right?
Better matchup for him,
I think so. And for the Tigers, I think it's a good matchup for them going to Holy Cross. You don't want to have to come back and try to beat Canisius 4 out of 5. Beat them, right? If they would have, had they lost, then he had to go back up there and try to beat him again.
10 seconds remaining. Canisius holding it in. Closing seconds. Noise tying up his man. The long shot by Rumble. Rotolo the save. And the Tigers are going to send the Frank Ritter Arena out in style. 3-1. RIT wins here in the regular season finale.
It's their first win here since January. And I will say it's probably their best game they've played in a long time, that we've called one of their best games. A complete effort, complete win tonight by the Tigers. Only fitting they would save their best for last here at Ritter.
We're not going to go to commercial break here, Johnny, as the tradition here at RIT, after the handshake with the opponent, we'll watch the RIT Tigers come over and salute the corner crew one last time.
Well, it's a proper way to close this building.
RIT now the number 9 seed in the Atlantic Hockey Tournament. And now, one last time here at the Ritter, the salute to the fans. Wayne Wilson and his staff also going over. And back to center ice, a second salute to the fans here.
A special moment for those seniors tonight. What a way for them to go out. Very proud of them and how they came together here late in the year. And let's hope we see them back in town in just a few weeks. Actually, 3 weeks later, possibly at the Blue Cross Arena.
Dan Schuler going over to shake hands with the officials. Tigers with a 3-1 win. Post-game show coming up next here. This is RIT SportsZone Live.
You could feel it. You can just the place had a certain electricity. There was a certain buzz. It does feel like a playoff game going on inside this building. Certainly electric, packed house. And let's face it, I mean, the Tigers now trying to win their third in a row and try to take some tremendous momentum into the tournament next weekend.
Well, the Tigers did something last weekend they hadn't done in a while. That's win a game at Air Force. Now, I want to go back to Friday night. They had a 1-goal loss, which they played well, but Wayne Wilson was very poignant in his comments afterwards, saying, I guess we haven't grown tired of losing, and was upset after the game. His point was proven. He felt his team was a little complacent with just playing well. The next night, they get the 1-goal win at Air Force, and then last night at Canisius, arguably their best defensive effort of the year.
And had lost their last 4 to the Golden Griffs going into last night's game, but they're starting to get it together. As you mentioned, a huge wake-up call to win out in Colorado, which is a very difficult place for any team to win. And then to get a win last night, and now you close out this building, hopefully in style, with a third straight win, and take some tremendous momentum in the next weekend, whoever they may be playing, whether it's Holy Cross or could be Canisius if things break a certain way this weekend.
Standing room only tonight. Glad you're with us here tonight. RIT SportsZone Live is an in-house production here at the Rochester Institute of Technology. Brought to you exclusively on the Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. As Rotolo makes the save and it bounces right through the crease. Canisius applying the pressure early on, but a miscommunication. Backhouse was calling for it. And Canisius accidentally clearing.
Rotolo's been hot the last 2 weekends, played exceptionally well in Saturday night's win at Colorado, and played great last night. So you've got not only a team starting to find its swagger, but a goalie, albeit a freshman, playing some of his best hockey here in the last couple of games.
For Canisius, it's almost like pick your poison, because if Canisius wins tonight and Sacred Heart gets a point, well, guess what? It'll be RIT and Canisius next weekend. Those games to be played at Buff State. That is where, for the time being, Canisius playing their home games until they move into the downtown ice complex the Sabres are putting.
I mean, I think it's regardless whether it's Holy Cross or Canisius. And if the Tigers should win tonight, I think they got to feel pretty good about themselves no matter who they're playing next week, whether it's Holy Cross or Canisius. And if anything breaks their way, we can even look ahead even a few weeks later, they would get a shot at possibly Mercyhurst. So I think if RIT takes care of business tonight, that they've got to, I think they really got to like their chances going into next weekend, no matter who they're playing.
As McGowan and Rumble exchange pleasantries after the whistle. Admondson with the glove save. As we take a look at tonight's officials, Jim Visconti and Chris Foote are your referees. Lineman Aaron Wallace along with Rich Gibo.
Canisius is a team, Gino, that got hot late last year, but they haven't been able to get hot. They haven't flipped that switch this time in the second half of the season, dropping 3 of their last 4. In fact, have struggled this month of February.
Here's Shane Conacher with the puck. Younger brother of Corey Conacher, former Canisius player, now with the Ottawa Senators. Puck is in the far corner. Cross-ice feed gets deflected behind the net. And the Tigers are able to get it out of the zone. Just underway here tonight. One last game at the Frank Ritter Arena, opened in 1968. Tigers with national championship teams at the D2 and D3 level in 83 and 85. 2010, the magical season. We were on the air for, of course, heading all the way at the D1 level to the Frozen Four.
You have come a long way in such a short time, going to Division I only in 05, and as you mentioned, just a few years later, parlay that into a Frozen Four run, an improbable run, and now a new building next year. Lots have happened to this program in such a short time since going to Division I.
Hasn't been a good season for the Tigers, coming in with a 10-18. Some banners for the seniors: Elliot Rabel, Adam Mitchell, Michael Colavecchia, Ben Lynch, also Nolan Dakota, and then finally Greg Noyes, your 6 seniors for the RIT Tigers.
Man, a fast 4 years. Seems like these seniors just got here on campus. Time just goes by so quickly.
Now this class, first 2 years, making it to the Atlantic Hockey Final in both of those years. Winning the Catamount Cup 2 years ago up in Vermont. Good defense there by Miller to knock it away.
It's such an important class considering it came right after the Frozen Four. So they're building off that momentum, Wayne, and I think that Frozen Four helped them get the likes of Garbowski and McGowan, some of their other impressive class that followed a year later after the class that'll graduate this year.
Sent in by Braden Rigney. And now looking to advance the puck. Far side tipped away, but the Tigers able to get it back as Colavecchia will gain the zone. Faking the blast, Colavecchia, and this shot is blocked and knocked out of play by Fortney.
Has 7 seniors on this Canisius team as well, so Canisius a few more than what RIT, so both teams losing it combined. They're losing some good players. Capabianco being one of those players. Kyle Gibbons saying goodbye to this program after this season.
Freeman up along the near side is going to dump it in. And they're going to get the whistle, and it's going to come back here. Icing the call. Here you see Elliot Rabel. We got a question for us tonight. Hit us up on Facebook or Twitter, if for nothing else, so we can get this promo off the air. So, as Johnny, I know this is the question everybody's going to be asking. What's your favorite memory of the
we
Ritter?
talked about it a few weeks ago. I think there's 2. Certainly beating Air Force to win the AHA regular season championship. That would probably be number 1. And then that was followed up by a fantastic game against Bentley in the AHA quarterfinals. A dramatic overtime win. I would say the what was that, double overtime win on Saturday night?
Yes.
It was game 2, facing elimination. I think those are the 2 that stand out, but beating Air Force, I think to me that's probably the number 1 moment in this building.
Got a question for John or I? Just hit us up and hashtag RITSZ. That's the easiest way on Twitter, and we'll find you. Chuck Hinkle, our statistician, along with student reporter Jeff Blosack, checking out Twitter tonight.
Because RIT was still sort of the new kids on the block, so to speak. And then I think the knockoff, the king of the conference at that point. But Air Force has continued success in this league. But to me, I just think that was just one of those shining moments that nobody will ever forget, at least in our short time here in this building, being 6 years we've been covering games.
Tigers will get it out of the zone here. A couple chances both ways. Here's Schuler. Schuler has it swiped away there by Backhouse. He's able to get the shot off. Asmundsson with the save. McGowan now will backhand it up. As Matt Garbowski on the ice here for the RIT Tigers, his first home appearance since the month of November. McGowan holding it in. Sends it over to Dakota. There's the shot, knocked down in front. Good defensive positioning by Kudemi. He's able to just get it out of the zone. The Tigers will send it in and get off the ice. 12:30 remaining here in the first, still scoreless.
But I can remember, moving here, coming here in the late. RIT playing extremely well right now in the opening 10 minutes.
Considering where Colavecchia was, that's not a bad penalty, I think. So the Tiger power play has been a strength of this team. 22.4% on the season. Canisius at 80% on the penalty kill as Rumble will clear.
We're getting outworked right now, Canisius. We got to get it together here pretty quickly. Kill off this penalty, starting with that first.
Tigers advancing. Here's Nolan Dakota. Will push it in and chase after it himself. Dakota's become really an offensive weapon for this team in his senior year. Colavecchia, this is his wheelhouse. The shots, and right into the belly is Skirving, standing right up to the defender for Canisius, Doug Jesse.
Asmundson covered up on that puck, did not give up the rebound. If he did, or had he, Skirving was there at the doorstep before being greeted on the step there by, was that Jesse?
Schiller to take the draw against Grayson. A kick to the near corner as Rowe will lift it down the ice. 1:20 remaining in the Tiger power play. Colavecchia. Skirving was calling for it. It's broken up by Rowe. Out of the zone this goes. Noyes pushes it up to Michael Colavecchia, and this unit will stay on the ice. Crisscrossing through traffic, Colavecchia has it broken up by Fortman, and maybe tried to do a little too much there.
Got to pull that back and give up the puck. Trying to split about 9 defenders, it looked like there, but trying to get something going here. Still got 40 seconds to go in the penalty.
Lynch through traffic. Lynch, cross-ice feed, was trying to find McGowan, but it's broken up by the Canisius defense.
Just missed on that. Would have been a heck of a pass. Right idea, just didn't connect.
One last rush here as Brad McGowan will gain the zone, pushes it to the far corner in front of the corner crew. Bumped off the puck. Adam Mitchell bumped off the puck as well, and Jesse will bring it up the ice. Shorthanded, he'll send it in as Rotolo will play it far side to Kukali. Tigers dump it in. And Canisius has successfully killed off the penalty as Danford steps right out of the box, and what do you know? Puck is right at his feet. It's Sullivan gaining control. Sullivan, drop pass going to Freeman. Quick shot, Rotolo watches that one sail wide. Rowe will hold it in, send it down low. Taken away by Sullivan, his shot blocked by Lynch. Now it's Canisius' turn to apply some pressure. In front, Rotolo watches that one go wide. Tigers having some trouble getting it out of their own end. Finally, it comes out. Tigers sneaking in, a change here real quick as Gibbons, his shot is deflected out of play. Good news for the Tigers. That brings us to the television timeout with 7:27 remaining in the first. RIT with a 1-0 lead. This will wrap up the 6th year for us here at RIT SportsZone Live here at the Ritter, and the crew here between Tim and Ron and Doug, all the guys working behind the scenes.
Top-notch crew. Plus our crew works upstairs here with us. A lot of it, just hard to believe they're seniors.
A lot of students on. Our student reporter tonight, Melissa Bromley, who scored
what 90s when they were Division III and experiencing Ritter for the first time. Saying, what is this? This is tremendous atmosphere. Place was just rocking. And some of the great players then, back in the late 90s, early part of the 2000s.
Yeah, the place was electric long before Division I came along. It's Jesse in the far corner. Thompson will come up with it. Sends it back. Tigers will control the puck here in the Canisius end. Danny Smith, last night's goal scorer, on the feed from Thompson. A nice cross-ice feed. Coming up with it. Smith trying to stuff it in front of the goal! Smith to Adam Mitchell, the senior, number 19 with the goal, and the Tigers lead 1-0.
Mitchell camped in front, that big body. Talked with Adam this week. He loves playing with Danny Smith and Brandon Thompson. Smith has been a good-looking freshman who gets better all the time. He's scrappy. That's a nice pass. And look at Mitchell on the stick, right on the ground. Perfect. Kept it right on the ice. Never lifted that stick. I got to give Smith credit there. He found Mitchell somehow, kind of skirted that puck through some traffic. And Adam Mitchell, that's a nice way for a senior to go out with a big goal here to put RIT on the board.
Here's the call from Rocky.
By number 19, Adam Mitchell. With the assist to number 14, Danny Smith. And number 28, Brandon Thompson. That's Mitchell from Smith and Thompson. Time to the Tigers' goal, 8:21.
Face-off will come off the icing to the right of Rotolo. Held in by Canisius as Fortman sends it to the near corner. Held in by Logan Rowe, who pushes it to the opposite side. Adam Mitchell, Johnny, we've known his mother Rita for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And he has battled his way back from injury. And certainly, it's just good to see that, you know, he stuck with it.
He did. You know, concussion-like symptoms. He's been battling for a long time. Still a little nervous to take a hit or even dish out a hit because of what could possibly happen. But you're right, he's stuck with it. Practice, persistence paid off, and he's healthy at the right time along with Garbowski. And I think that's why they could be a tough team moving forward here into the tournament.
Colavecchia with a shot and Asmundson making the save. But what, you know, if he's not worried, if he's going right to the slot where he should be, that's where you're going to take a hit. Adam Mitchell, that's his strength and his size, and maybe that's what he does have a shot, maybe going overseas.
He's talked about when his career's done here that he would like to give it a shot overseas and you know, stay there as long as he can. But I like what I've seen from him. Like, he gets better and better over the last maybe few weeks since he's been back in the lineup. Better playing conditioning, playing very, very well. Getting in game shape.
You get an offside call, so it will move actually the face-off back to the Canisius end. 10:27 remaining here.
And he's a big kid. He's 6'3", 215, pushing maybe 220. So when he gets in that slot, he's tough to move.
He does a pretty good impression of you too.
I heard it for the first time this week. I got to give the kid certainly an A. I don't give out A+ very easy, but I'll give him an A. I thought it was outstanding.
Here's the shot, and Atkinson making the save. We've got a penalty coming up, and it's going to be on Canisius as Colavecchia was taken out in front of the net. So for the first time tonight, the RIT Tigers will be on the power play. The holding call will be on number 16, Ben Danford.
Tigers out shooting Canisius 9-2. They're dominating the ice right now. They are the better team right now. More and more physical, playing smart hockey. I think Colavecchia gets taken down. Love the energy.
5 record as the puck is shot on in by Canisius. And again, the second season begins next weekend for RIT, and they can have some momentum.
Well, they could be the Canisius of last year. You get a hot goalie, as they did last year with Capabianco, they could possibly go into the tournament winning 3 in a row, and it would take tremendous momentum, and they're healthy. I think of all things, they're healthy. They have their captain back in Garbowski. Mitchell's back playing. They settled on a goalie. So a lot of things starting to turn RIT's way here late in the year.
Only injury of note for RIT. Once again, Alex Perron-Fontaine, the freshman defenseman who's had some good moments this year, remains out with the post-concussion symptoms. As in front, there's the shot by Sullivan. Gets deflected to the far side, and Rotolo was right on that. Canisius with the early opportunities here as Colavecchia now will push it over to the opposite side of Foster. Only lineup change for RIT tonight. Going out of the lineup is Michael Holland and the senior Elliot Rabel going back in on defense, as you would expect on senior night. Noyes pushing it up the far side. Colavecchia will finally get it out for RIT. Cross ice feed, hitting Mitchell in stride. Josh Mitchell taking it behind the net. Mitchell looking to dish it off. There's a quick shot deflected high and wide by Lynch. Tigers will hold it in. Shot going off, and Mitchell gets drilled in the back. And they're going to say hit by a high stick rather than the hits in the back on Mitchell. So no penalty here, just the face-off coming outside of the zone.
I like the energy both teams putting forth here early on. And these two teams, every time they collide, whether it's Niagara or Canisius, it's always chippy between these two teams.
Face-off coming to the right of Mike Rotolo. Matthew Grayson taking it, but the Tigers are able to come away with it. Out of zone this comes Dan Schuler, the Webster native. Schuler puts on the break, shoots. Atkinson the save. Schuler gets it in the far corner, but it's taken away by Logan Rowe. Conacher along the near wall will bank it, flex high into the air. Gloved ahead by the Tigers. They have to let it go as play will continue on. Brought in the zone by Schuler. Trying to sidestep his man. Good play by the freshman defenseman, Jeff Fortman. Fortman trying to use the wall on the far side. And a hit there that was let go. We get a whistle and an offside.
Schuler came right into the back there, trying to get the number. What he put down to the ice was at Condemi.
Letting them play tonight, Johnny.
Yeah, I thought for sure they're going to get a whistle on that one, but you're right. They're letting them play.
Tigers will bring it in the zone. Here's Shumway, the shot. And Edmondson will make the glove save. Interesting choice by Dave Smith. You know, with Canisius, as you mentioned, losing last night, Johnny, and they are locked into the number 7 position. But this is a team that last year came in on a roll, but in the month of February, it hasn't been so kind to them.
No, it's been up and down. They haven't been able to get on that roll, find some rhythm. They started the new year with 3 consecutive wins. Since that time, it has been inconsistent play, which has really cost this team. And so they're not going into the tournament red hot. They had an improbable run all the way to the NCAA tournament last year.
Knocking off Mercyhurst in the Atlantic Hockey Final.
And they're another team getting a new building next year too, Canisius, which should help their recruiting tremendously.
We are scoreless here in the first. This is RIT SportsZone Live.